Good evening, and welcome to another Wraggy's live stream. So I would normally be in the shed, but sadly, I dropped my phone a minute ago, and I've gone to put the charger in because it's just about to die. Well, about 10 minutes ago, to be fair, and all of a sudden it's not charging, and it stinks. This bit stinks of burning, so I think my phone's dead. Oh well. Ain't got a clue what's happened there. So hopefully I'm live. I think I am. So good evening, Mr. Mersey Bears, Kevin and Shane. Hello. And yeah. It fell on the floor on the decking. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Good afternoon, good evening, Slurpee. And Mark and Benjamin, of course. So, yeah, apologies. A bit different. Outside in the garden. Am I in a tunnel? No, I'm outside the back door. Yeah. So, it's a bit dark out here. I ain't had time to get all the lights on. Good afternoon. Good evening, Darren, rather. So, on the old cola. Wanted to be good tonight, so I'm drinking cola. Yeah, like I am. Yeah, of course. Hammer of 4. Yeah, backdoored it. Did that tonight at the restaurant as well. Yeah, although we had paid for our dinner, so it was all good. But yeah, well, do you know, eh? Yeah, you don't do a live for months. A Wraggy's live, Taproom live, and the first time you do a bloody live, your phone dies. So I've plugged 2 different chargers in, and it really stinks of burning. And it looks like the internet's going to play up, so I'm not going to be in good times. It's good Coke, that is. It's a bit hazy, mind you. It's crystal clear when it's light. As soon as you open the bottle, it just goes that way. And I'm hoping the internet doesn't die on me. Local celebrity, I won't go that far. No. So 6%, and I've got to be honest, it's tasting bang on. Bulldog's Hammer of 4. Like I say, slightly hazy. It's supposed to be a lager. I have got my old phone, the old phone I used to use, and I actually bought a microphone for it. So if need be, I'll just go out and I'll just put everything back on my old phone and start using my old phone again. These things happen, I suppose. I never did like this phone because it's that bloody dinkum. The resolution's better. .6% is not a bad strength. It's not a bad strength, really. So yeah, Matt Door. I'm under LED floodlight, 30-watt LED floodlight. So I could go in the house, but it's no point because it's just busy with people. And it's not too bad out here tonight, to be fair. So tomorrow I'll have my internet sorted and swap my phone back over again. So all good fun. No wonder my son got rid of it. He said it was a crap phone, and I believe him now. Especially when you start to burn your house down, eh? Yeah, don't want that shit. Hey. So hope everyone's well on a Friday night. Beautiful weather for the time of the year. This is a lager. This is lager. It don't look like a lager, to be fair. More like an easy lager, but tasting well. 36 pints of Bushy's oyster start, 45 quid. You can't argue with that, can you? Can't argue with that at all. 30-watt. It's only one LED. That's just an LED above me. God, I can't see in there. Jesus. Darren, the ginger beer should turn out strong. I mean, it's supposed to be 16% now. Whether it turns out 16%, there's another thing. Yeah, if it all ferments, and it should do because it's got enough yeast in there and certainly enough sugar uh, to ferment, and also it's got the ginger root in there, so it will have. I'm going to call it "Bring the Fire" because not only will it bring fire, but it will bring some bloody ABV and all. 5 watt crypto miner that costs £1 a month to run at today's price. What the hell is a crypto miner? 433 quid a month. Oh, I've just looked at our electric today, and on the British Gas, we're on British Gas. Yeah, great place to be on. No point moving because it's all as bad as each other's. And British Gas, we're actually £600 in credit with the electric, and we are £300 in credit with the gas. God knows how long that's going to last, though, when prices go up. It's going to be very, very interesting. 433 quid a month is disgusting. Is that for both of them? We pay something near that now. We pay 270 or something, not far off. That's fine, yeah. Drinking Heavens to Murgatroyd from Sure Shot Brewing, 8% double IPA. Fair play. I don't blame you, Slurpee. You know, drink, get the cheaper beer. You know, pubs can lower the prices of beer when they feel like it. I know this when it comes near the end of the casks. They drop it down to 250. Good evening, Tom. Box connected to antenna on my roof. That sends signals through the antennas. Which I can exchange for pounds. Rightio. That's different. British Gas are a rip-off. Yeah, well, they're all rip-offs, aren't they? 433. You pay 242 now. I think I pay more than you now at the moment. Although we are in credit, obviously, like I've said. 93 quid a month of Octopus Energy at the moment. What, on both? That's bloody low. Depends on your house you live in as well, because we live in what is an old-fashioned house, and so the heating's crap in the winter, and we're going to have to be very cute with which rooms we heat up, and the wife's going to have to start charging more for cakes. The coin is called helium. That's, yeah, I've never heard of that. New to me. Going to the pub is now cheaper than Perfect Draft. I've never had this Perfect Draft. Now, how expensive is it? Yeah, anything you're drinking at home surely should be cheaper than what you're drinking in a pub. I've got a 3-bedroomed house, mate, and again, like you say, television, games, phones, lights. You go into my son's bedroom, he's got 6 appliances on at once, and both of them are as bad as each other's. Bloody hell. Ridiculous price of stuff. So, this is a couple of months in the making now. Literally about 2 months, and it's aged lovely. It's tasting nice. Not a flicker of homebrew about it. Which, when anybody does a homebrew, you do not. You do not want to be tasting homebrewy stuff. Home Bargains have got one of these beer machines that you connect a keg to. And, one of these pull-down jobs, it's 110 quid. I was tempted. But then you've got to try and get the kegs and fill the flipping kegs. And does that make, and is filling the kegs easy? I don't. I mean, obviously, there's always a way of doing things, but quality of the beer is brilliant, but it's pricey. Yeah, I mean, but when you can go to a pub and get pub beer, cask on cheaper, obviously, going to the pub, depends if you like pubs or not. Depends on where you live and what part of the world you live in. I mean, the pinter to me is an expensive way of doing it now. You know, that's for what it is. I've still got one more kit to brew on the pinter, and then I'm gonna get rid of all, you know, as you do. Oh, yeah, home brewing, grain brewing is a good way of doing it. You know, earning a £1.70 a bottle, you can't fault it for that price, can you? But yeah, like this, what I'm drinking there, it's literally £1 a pint. So £1 a pint, 6% lager. I mean, it's hazy, but it's tasting absolutely spot on. And the homebrew stuff, the grain brewing, that's even cheaper if you only want low ABV stuff. You know, you can brew 40 pints for literally about 14 quid. Um, and proper stuff as well, not bloody. I tell you what would I give the pinter? When it first came out, I thought it was decent. Now they've upped the prices. The beer now, they put postage on the kits as well. So for 9 pints, you're paying like 16 quid, and you're brewing it yourself. And so you've got hassle of brewing it yourself for 2 quid a pint, just to use some snazzy bloody machine that pulls it out. Ah, the one needs cold water. Beer Monster can regulate the temperature. Oh, that's you. Good evening, Thomas. Good evening, Mr. Bramwell. Been a while, both of you. It has been a while since I've been live. It's good to be back, you know. Although I was supposed to be down in the shed, but I dropped my phone and it's not charging. So it was going to die within a few minutes. So I've had to sit on the decking outside with an LED light above me. If anybody wonders why I'm outside, yeah, the pinter for me, I think the actual pinter itself is still a good thing to use. You got people coming round. If you've got some beer that you're going to secondary ferment, then it's perfect. Pour your 9 pints into it, bit of sugar, you know, enough for 9 pints worth of sugar. Chuck it in, and yeah, it's good for parties. But I don't think it's good to. And the variation on kits just isn't there. The dog, yeah, dog's still around. He's just gone inside for a nap, actually. Yeah, he's had some steak from the pub, so me and the wife both had a 32-ounce steak challenge. I ate the 32 ounce of steak, but I couldn't eat all the bloody chips, the garlic bread, the potato, jacket potato things that they have. And why do you have to put that much on the plate? And but we got 25% off, so it was 15 quid for a 32-ounce steak. You know, at the end of the day, and the steak was cooked to perfection. It was a decent steak for the price. So yeah, dogs. He's still with us at the moment. You know, I think that's going to be the thing, Adam. I think they're going to be bringing out, because it's all about making money, isn't it? So a version 3 come out with a slightly something new, a new gimmick on it, you know, and on a big mild promotion on the island. I seen your video, bits of your video where you was abroad in Spain, in Catalonia. Yeah, lovely place, lovely part of the world. Yeah, spot on place. Can't wait to go back. That thing on the hillside behind you in the video, um, that looked amazing. Mild. There's some good milds out there. I'm thinking of brewing a mild. Next lot of spare cash I get, I might go up to my local brewery thing and go and get. There's a mild kit. You can get local mini kegs. Ah, that's interesting. Good evening, Chris. How are we? So the mini kegs then that you're on about with the beer monster, are they them 9 pint jobbies that you can just add to it? They just connect to it, or do you have to buy like key kegs? Always wanted to know. Mild. Oh, good evening, Disco. Nice to see you, mate. Happy end of the week. Yeah, it's been a long week. I've only been at work 2.5 days, and it's been a long week. Yeah, packed up at half day yesterday. And well, I was supposed to be. The wife was supposed to be going for an operation, but it got cancelled due to COVID. One in London and one in Sheffield. A mild festival. Yes, back on the lives. Yeah, too long off these lives. I get to the stage where I'm pulling away and I don't want to do another live. So I thought, no, let's get back on, get back to the normal ways. And winter's coming up, so you need a bit of interaction in the winter. Can't be watching bloody Coronation Street in Emmerdale, and can't be sitting in the garden because it's too cold and wet. So need to get my internet sorted to the shed properly, and get this used in the shed Chromebook. I will do some standard 5 litre mini kegs. So the normal 5 litre mini kegs you get anywhere. So that's interesting then. A beer monster with any 5 litre mini keg. Aren't they the things where you pull the tap out? What do you do? Pull the tap out and connect a bit of tube to it, turn it on, and then it does the rest for you. Out of curiosity. I ain't got a clue what they are. A mild fest. That does sound good. Oof. Problem with pubs, Benjamin, there's always idiots, isn't there, mate? You know, you should know in your job there's always idiots. And I mean, I've worked on public parks for 22 years. There's an idiot around every corner. They're usually wearing grey with hoods, but they're dead easy to spot most of the time. Brewed an ESP today. Ooh. I need to do a second grain brew. Lives better in the winter rather than the middle of August. Yeah. I get that as well. At Slurper. Yeah, because most people are out on their piff, as we do. One in London is called Born to be Mild at Sandbox. Huddersfield, not Sheffield, sorry. Rotten Ratchet. Rat and Ratchet. That's different. Atom. 11% chocolate orange stout. That does sound nice, that does, doesn't it? Proper down my road. Golden Mild. I've seen one of those, not from St. Mars of the Desert. Or it might have been. I think that one, Benjamin, was in Nottingham in the last week or so. Yeah, I'm sure it was in Nottingham. Because I seen it and I thought, oh, that is interesting. Extra special Bramwell Backroom Brewery Bitter. I won't want to say that 10 times on the road, wouldn't you? Golden Mouse coming back. Team Toxic one was awful. Thornbridge one. It was the Thornbridge one that I seen then, the Golden Mild. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Hophouse. It has been a while. Yes. Good to see everyone back on, and I hope everyone's enjoying their beers, or at least trying to enjoy some beers. Timmy Taylor's Golden Best. I mean, what you know, when they say a mild, what constitutes a mild? Because Scarlett's Golden Mild. Her first ever beer, a Golden Mild. That's some statement, isn't it? Hey, St. Mars of the Desert. First ever beer is a Golden Mild. If you're ever going to come, you want to brew something that nobody else, hardly anybody else is doing around the country. 1698 is a decent beer. Good to see you doing a review, mate. Good to see. 1698 won my battle of the four beers. It is a surprisingly decent beer. You know, some of the traditional beers are still very, very relevant in this craft beer age. Autocorrect, yeah, I'm shit with autocorrect. Times I've upset people by typing something, posting something, and then going back a day later, and then I've upset someone and it's autocorrected without me knowing it. And that's when I'm not drunk as well, which is really doubly bad, you know, because usually when you're drunk, you know, anything can happen. Mild is fresh and mildly hot beer. 5th beer tonight. Hey, I'm on my. I had one at 12 o'clock, one at 4 o'clock, both 2 live reviews, and then one in the pub. I had a Green King IPA. Shit. That's all they had on. Crap pubs. Plenty of lager. No, one cask. And got your engagement party tomorrow. Got over 100 bottles of different brothers' ciders in total. Wow. And congratulations on the engagement. Yeah, Poundland doing beers. They're not a pound, though. Yeah, don't be fooled. Yeah. Poundland is only a name these days. Yeah, they're never a pound. Although I did get some glasses that are slightly stronger than my actual normal eyesight. 1.25, something like that. But they killed my eyes when I first put them on. But I can read on this little dinky phone. I can read 10 times better. So what do you know? Half your first beer, and hell, shit, bit slow for the things tonight. So how do I scroll back up? Do apologise. It's been a while. Oh, here we go. Mild can be dark or light. Banks and Taylor's light mild. Good example. Dark mild, Freights, Morehouse, Black Cat, Joseph Folk, all good dark mild. I've had most of them. I've had actually. Can of mild last year. It was lovely. Never tasted mild before. There's lots of milds about, you know. Mild should be no more than 6%. These Imperial milds, Oxmoors. Yeah, Black Irish Brewery did a salted caramel mild for their opening of their tap room or some birthday or something. Marble and Red Willow doing dark milds. Cracking. Good evening, Mark. It's been a while. Good game, Leeds versus Forest. Yeah, as long as one of us don't get spanked. Don't another 6-0 battering. Yeah, okay now. Poundland is. I tell you what, Poundland has like redeveloped itself into the same sort of supermarket that Own Bargains and B&M are, and they're all very samey on a lot of things. There's some good cheap stuff in there though that's worth a punt. Green King pub in Ambleside, 10 hand pumps, not one Green King ale, all Cumbrian or Yorkshire beers. That's what you want, isn't it? Some Green King allow them to do that. There's a pub called the Star Inn in Beeston. They can't change the kegs, but they've got 10 cask pumps that they can do what they like with, which is great because then you can support your locals. So they're winning on both sides. Black Cat Mouth, they don't bottle it anymore. Only seasonally on cask. That's a shame. Lincoln Green, near me, they do Big Ben, a 6% mild, and that's a nice mild, to be fair. Marble Brewery mild, outstanding on cask. So, Mark, I was meant to be down there tonight, and I dropped my phone as I came out to the shed, and I plugged the charger in to charge it, and it's burning. There's a smell of burning. No charge, burning. So I presume I've bust the phone. So I'm not doing well with phones at the moment. I shall go back to my own phone because this is my son's old one that can go into the bin. It's basically worthless. If it can't charge, it's worthless. Marble Woodgate Ruby Mild. I've had that before. That's nice. Marble Mild is decent. Always go for their pint metric. Yeah, Woodgate Mild definitely is nice. Good evening, Mark. Yeah, my close range certainly on smaller phones. With this being a dinky phone, I don't know if you can see it anyway, but with this being a dinky phone, it's not the greatest for your eyes. Bigger phones are all right. Ruby Mild is the best, and it's probably going to be the beer of the year. Wow, that's a statement. Yeah, Sarah Hughes, you see a lot of her beers in Nottingham pubs. Yeah. So, on the hammer of four, or four's hammer, I'm not sure what it is. Hammer of four. Good evening, Christopher. 6% lager that tastes absolutely spot on. Not a homebrewy bit about it in sight. It does make you wonder if someone will ever bring out, I might have mentioned this before in previous chats, imagine having your own little taproom micropub where you're just brewing homebrew beer from kits and selling it. Whether you be allowed to with licenses, that'd be another thing. Or your own grain brew. I suppose if it's your own grain brew, it wouldn't matter so much. But yeah, could you imagine doing all the different beer kits from around the world and, having them on in the pub, in your little micro pub, tap room sort of thing, and obviously brewing them to the best of their ability. Twice in different parts of the country this year. I'll have to keep my eye out on that. That's where, I suppose, Untapped is handy, isn't it? Where you can see what's coming on beer-wise. Who's drinking what in what pub. If they use Untapped. I don't use Untapped. There's enough apps out there. Vocation called Elevation. Coconut Nipa, 6.2%. Oh, very nice, very nice. Plenty of Sabro in there, I bet. On the hoppy thing, on the hoppy side of things. One of these days, I'll study what each hop brings to the party, just so as I know in future. That's if I can be bothered. Yeah. Sometimes there's only so much you want to learn, isn't there? And can be bothered to learn in that respect. I am thinking of doing an imperial stout soon on the grain brewing side of things, and try not to cock it up. Try and do it live as well. That'd be funny. Although I'd need 6 hours with nobody coming in the bloody kitchen, and that's not easy any day of the week. That's interesting then. For me, it's getting down to pubs at the right time, because it's not always easy what with work, life, and that. But it is interesting, especially if the pub's nearby. Yeah, what's this about not drinking Estrella in Spain? In Catalonia, Estrella is the national drink of Catalonia. Yeah, and a damn fine lager as well. They all have flavours of each other. I find that as well sometimes. These beers, and they say they've got this up and that up, and they all taste very samey, don't they? I know what you mean. Don't go to pubs. Some good place, Sheffield. Yeah, I'm not really a massive pub person. Certainly not on my own, anyway. Um, if only there was a micro pub literally round the corner. Then again, I'd probably get divorced. So, probably not the best thing. Estrella Val Dam, 7.2%. Oh, I've never had that. No, damn. I've had plenty of Estrella in Catalonia, but I've never had 7.2%. Micro pub in the village. See, that's for me micro pubs, but you can't walk. Yeah. Wow, what's up? And sometimes if you've been on your feet all day, you just don't want to walk, do you? I know what you mean. But I see micro pubs becoming more commonplace in the years to come. I think you'll have micro pubs, and then you'll have pubs that have got restaurants, and I don't think there'll be any much second ground. I think there'll be pubs with decent beer and pubs with decent food, and that'll be it. I don't think there'll be that many that have got both going off at the same time, or very few and far between. There ain't that many now. When you look around Nottingham, the decent beer pubs aren't pubs that you'd want to, that eat do food because they don't need to. Yeah, last time we went to, last 4 or 5 times we've been to Spain, we had Estrella on tap, and we had it where you could just go up and help yourself. So instead of going to the barman and asking, they actually had a pump where you went up and poured yourself. Jesus Christ, dangerous. Just standing by the pump, poured 1 pint. Yeah, that was nice. Another pint. Walked back to the thing. I've had to stand in the queue. 5 pints later. Yeah, don't tell the wife though, for God's sakes. Good evening, Jagman. Yeah, it's been a good evening, mate. Yeah. Had a cracking meal at the pub. 32-ounce steak challenge. 25% off. So it was supposed to be 21 quid. Got it for like 15 quid. Can't fault it. Not for 32 ounce of steak. Bloody decent. Not drinking Papa Jobbins. No, a big job. Big jobber. Samsung 21 Ultra. I should be getting something that's pretty cheap. Yeah, because I break phones like 1 So this is my son's phone. It's knackered. Hold on. Smell the burning. Yeah. Put 2 different chargers into it. And I don't want to break the chargers because the cables aren't cheap. But yeah. So I reckon it's Friday. I reckon when it dropped down here, it's broke it. Take my SIM card out. Job's a good one. The steak was cooked to perfection tonight. I've had 32-ounce steak before, rump, and it's all sliced up for you. So they cook it and slice it, and they carry on cooking it, and that obviously cooks the inside quite nicely. And yeah, it was decent. Yeah, loads of onions, garlic bread, 4 different dips. I posted a picture on YouTube just to show like, but for a Green King pub, that was okay. Yeah, bit of a shit, but 2 cans and a piece of string. It will be at this rate. I have got my other phone though, and I have got a microphone there, so I may have to switch back to the other phone tonight and plug the microphone in. And yeah, the video quality will be a bit less. The video quality on this is pretty damn decent, really. But then again, the internet connection fails you as well. And, yeah, come on, pee off. Oh, so I can hear somebody walking around in the darkness, but there's no lights coming on. That's weird. Hey, you could just fall asleep listening to this, couldn't you? Hey, some bloke outside in his back garden. Yeah, my phone's drops more than a little. Yeah, I must have ruined a couple of phones just by dropping them on the floor. Hey, it's ain't got a crack in it. It's just broke the blooming charger area. Hey, I'm sure we've got one of them plates where you can trickle charge it, so I might be able to trickle charge it still. Nonsense, Bramall. No, not yet. I'm thinking of doing one, but the process was so long that I've struggled with time since. Just that time of the year, you're so busy. What we're doing, extra gardening, work, and whatnot. But I'm looking forward to. There's 2 brews I'm eyeing up. One's a mild at 5%, and chocolate mild from Lenton Lane. And Geordie, good evening. And the other one is an imperial stout. And they're the 2 that I looking to doing. Didn't order a beer merchants, 19% discount, but 6 of the beers were out of date by 6 weeks. That's not good for a big company. Give you a £20 voucher. Bless you. Hey, can't fault you. It's worth saying they're out of date, even if they aren't. If that's the case, hey, it's got to be done on it. It's got to be done. I am interested in also doing like the Neon Raptor all grain. Oh, the grain brew's been awesome, Chris. Yeah, I'm down to the last bottle and I can't open it. It was too nice. Yeah, it was stunningly nice. Yeah, easy as good as most commercial stuff I've tasted out of a can. Yeah, it was bang on, and that was Brew Day. Their Citra Pale Ale, 4 lots of bleeding hops though. Turned out to, I think it was 5% or something in the end, but it was really nice. Overtone called Crafts JS, 6.5% IPA. Ooh, bless you. German style lager from Greece and the Carlsberg. You went for the German style lager then. I would have thought. Yes. Give me a voucher. Well, what you do is you drink the beers and then you take the voucher as well, don't you? Hey, Crafty J's. I've never heard that one. Yeah. Overtone. They do some nice beers as well, to be fair. Are there any flavour at all? What's the brand? Out of curiosity. Not many beers, not many that I know, lose their flavour, even if they are out of date. I suppose it depends on the style more than anything. I mean, with traditional beers, out of date means absolutely bugger all. But and then with that, like a lot of beers actually taste better with a bit of date on them. But I suppose the super hoppy craft beers, they're the ones that will lose their freshness, I suppose. Yeah, 16% Imperial ginger beer. Yeah, God, I hope it gets down to that. I've chucked in the yeast that came with it and some wine yeast to bubble the ABV. I've got some yeast in the shed, turbo yeast, just in case they don't do the trick. It's only a couple of quid more. It's not, it's not too much of a hassle to put it in. And just to see where it goes. I mean, if it reaches 16%, it'll more or less be like a ginger beer wine. 16% is a big ABV for a ginger beer, and with ginger root brewed into it, should be some beer. I've got the Mangrove Jack's Pina Colada as well to brew, and someone's even told me. Well, I will turbo it if I need to. Track. I suppose, yeah. It's funny how best before ends on some beers. I suppose they've got to test them and find out. I suppose each brewery knows how long their beers are going to last for. Just missed that. So go back up. Some hoppy triple or quadruple IPAs need a couple of months at least on them to settle the hop burn down. I found that, Adam, that some have been a bit too potent at the beginning. Lowenbrow, yeah, I've reviewed that. It's on the channel. It's not a bad beer. Decent German beer. Didn't really fancy it until logging into you. Beautiful beer folk in the street. Neapolitan milk stout from Team Toxic. Sounds nice. Danny boy, good evening. It tasted good as well, mate. It was spot on tonight. And I actually ate it. Yeah. Didn't make that stupid mistake of having a starter first. I mean, you have a starter, then you do a steak challenge. Not a good idea. Here it again, it's called normally a cracking beer. Just goes to show them that dates on certain beers, dates do matter, which is a shame, especially if you got it for free. Neapolitan milk stout, not from Northern Monk then, because they did a Neapolitan. Saugatuck also did a Neapolitan. Theirs was really nice as well, 6%. Thank God it's not raining. For those wondering, I'm outside on the decking because I broke my phone. And this is the best place to get internet without going in the house. I need to sort my internet out in the shed. I think I can do beer reviews on this from the shed, but I can't do streaming because that kills the internet. So I'll find out soon how that goes. Team Toxic out of Liverpool. Yeah, it's my decking. So I'm sat on the decking. Luckily, I've got a 36-foot long decking, 12-foot wide with a LED light straight above me, beaming down. So, and my French double glazed doors, whatever you call them, French doors at the side of me. It's just starting to get a little bit chilly though, and there's a spit of rain in the air. I could just feel it then. So hopefully it won't get any worse. Track Beer Festival last week. Loads of local breweries. And it is a relaxing garden. Yeah. It's very colourful this time of the year. It's blossomed the best it's done for a few years. We haven't really sat in the garden this year because it's been too bloody warm. It's been too warm, and both me and the wife have been too busy doing. She's been doing cakes. I've been doing gardening, and we haven't really had that much sit down time in the garden. And what do you know? Bloody should have put order. I know. Their brewing contract abruptly ended with Liverpool Brewing. Oh, that's it. Braybook Festival tomorrow. Are they the ones who came to Nottingham Craft Beer Festival last year? Braybook, I'm sure it was. Their lager was nice, if it was them. I've actually got one of their lager, a collaboration in the shed. Yeah, people fall out, don't they? Sadly, breweries fall out. Well, my local breweries seem to be playing well at the moment. There's a click. I have noticed a click between some of them. But, yeah, they were all right. Their lager was nice. On the second day when me and Craig walked in, it was the first drink I went for off because I was still hanging over and steaming. Needed to go in there, get a nice lager and low ABV beers before I went back on the impis, as you do. You know, can't be having impis all day long. You know, for a few hours off anyway, at least. History of falling out with everyone. Yeah, they are drawing in there. Jesus Christ. I mean, what is it now? 18 minutes past 9. It's pitch black. And luckily, no one can see me here. No one's outside anyway, so no one's listening. And the wife's in the front room behind me doing cakes, so she's happy. She's doing cakes. I'm sat on the decking, chilling out. Back doing live Wraggys. So that's nice. It's nice. It's been too bloody long. It's this thing you get out of the habit. And yeah, it's nice to get back into the habit. Yeah. Stella 5%, the green one. Yeah, the green one's not too bad, to be fair. The unfiltered. I think it's better than the standard Stella, that's for sure. Even though I'm not really a Stella fan. But yeah, wife beater. Yeah, not really a fan of that brand, as it were. But you know, it quenches a lot of people's thirsts. I don't think I've had a Team Toxic beer, to be fair. Sure Shot, I've had some of their beers. Yeah, collabs. Good evening, Hugh. It's been a while, matey. Are you still in the UK? I know you was in Mexborough the other day. I thought you'd spelt Middlesbrough wrong, to be fair. But good to see you, mate. And Luke, John, good to see you as well. Cheers. Live and alive, depends on how you read it. Yeah, it's a good thing I can still read as well, to be fair. Yeah, without my glasses. Although the glasses might come in handy when I've had a few beers. Local, I've just got a big selection of Sure Shot in. I suppose it's nice to get some cask down here in the UK and trawl around some of the pubs and that and see what's about. It's always interesting to see what beers are about and to read. I love reading your opinions on pubs, no messing about, straight in. And the only pubs I ever review are the pubs I like. The pubs I don't like, I won't review because I don't want to give them bad trade and do them down. But if I've tagged the pub in and they ain't got a review, then it's a shit pub. Yeah, the San Miguel, it's ridiculous, isn't it? The difference of ABVs. Oh, definitely getting rain there. Shit. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Because, damn. Oh, so, okay, now I'm popping the darkness now. Hey, oh, lights come on. That's better. Right, put the phone on the lap. Yeah, I'm under the gazebo now because it's raining. I've got my beer in hand. I've got my phone, although the phone's going to die in a minute. It smells like it's already died. Where's the magnifying glass? That's in the shed. Yeah. And I'd go down the shed, but I'll lose the internet on the way down. So, yeah. Oh, well. Beer in hand, as you do. Cloudwater and Vocation Heritage. So some good pedigree. Mm. Live from a brolly. Yeah. I might have to move into the middle of the gazebo, though, because it's... yeah, obviously my neighbours over there obviously away. Yeah. Amazing how these people who ain't got jobs can afford to go away for 6 weeks in the summer. Good evening, David. Hugh's mum says hello. Good evening, Hugh's mum. So, nearly the end of my drink, so I'm going to have to crack open another, as you do. And I'm on the fours hammer tonight. Hammer of 4. Yeah, homebrew. Good evening, Thomas. Got the dog's bed next to me. Yeah, Charlie's bed. And the problem is, he wheezes on it a lot these days because he's getting old, like his dad. But, right, this will be fun. Trying to pour beer out with a Chromebook on your legs and try not to spill out. And there we go, 6%. Put that down there because I don't want it to spill on my Chromebook. I don't want to break the Chromebook and my phone in one night. I'd be in bad books. Right, there we go. Oh dear. So, cheers all. Second pint. And would you believe? Stopped raining there. Oh no. No, there's a bit of a spit in the air. You've got to crack another open, haven't you? It's got to be done. It's got to be done. So it's really, really quiet round here. You can tell the weather's dropped because people now are not sitting in their gardens getting drunk. They're sitting in the houses getting drunk. Favourite bitter? Oh, it's not an easy question, mate. It's not. Bloody hell. That's a super difficult question. I had a week off. We absolutely hammered my way from my bit 3/4 of the way through for a box of vacation beers. This is the problem. You can drink a lot and then you can't drink anymore. I had the same thing last weekend. I battered it last weekend. And then I found out I had COVID last weekend as well. So no wonder it battered me. That's why I had the hangover from hell last weekend. I had a COVID/beer hangover. Yeah. So if you get COVID, get yourself drunk and hungover. It's the worst hangover you'll ever have in your life. Yeah. Last Sunday was just absolutely awful. Lying on the settee in absolute pain. Went to the toilet 4 times and felt a stone light after it all, mind you. But there you go. Best bitter. That's a toughie. It is a toughie. What's yours then, Hugh? Out of curiosity. Let me fire it back at you while I think about it. Hey, it is raining there. Someone just messaged me on my phone. So try and hold the Chromebook as you do and check my phone. But it's the only good thing these days with so many different things going off at once. Oh, Chris's Beer Reviews is doing a live as well. Everyone's doing lives. Bless them. But I think that's the best way in some ways, just turning it on and doing lives. I need to get back into the habit of it all and let people know I'm still out there. Yeah. Push a few buttons as you do. Marble Arch Best Bitter from Manchester. No, COVID. You've had COVID 5 times. I can honestly say that I can only think that I've had it once, as far as I know. Never whilst drinking, which defeats the mixing in close proximity theory. You can get it so easy, can't you? And then also, you struggle to get it. Blue Sky drink from Arbor on cask. A best bitter. Phew. That is such a tough question because it's been a while since I've actually drank any best bitter. I mean, a good best bitter I've had recently was Alter Ego, based out of Hena. And they're Mr. Brown's best bitter. That's a very nice best bitter. Trying to think of supermarket best bitters, but if you look at best bitters, I'm for some reason only John Smith's has come into my head, and I can't think of any other bloody best bitters at the moment. Cheers, matey. It has been a long while, to be fair. Boylington Best is decent. Marble Manchester Bitter. I've had Marble Manchester Bitter before. Yeah, that is decent. Harbour beers, a bit of it's a miss. Yeah, I've had a couple. Some decent, some not. I'm sure I had a Sadler's Bitter at one stage. Terrible that brand has just disappeared from supermarkets and disappeared seemingly everywhere. I suppose it depends on what part of the country you live in now. Since bloody Hawkshead or Halewood bought them out. Marble's ESB is much better than their Manchester Bitter. That's it. As for COVID tests, I'm not so sure whether half the time whether they're right or wrong. I mean, my son, both my sons had COVID, and me and the wife didn't. Same house. Son's got autism, gives me cuddles all the time, blows in my face. If that is not a reason to get COVID, I'll never know. And we didn't get it, so supposedly. So we all took tests and we're thinking, shit, don't want it. I know, when you call a beer best bitter, you think it would be their best bitter. And, oh, it's coming down there. Oh. Luckily, I'm not getting wet at the moment, and my Chromebook's not getting wet. Although if it comes down ever, I'll have to close my Chromebook and go inside. And it's just starting to come through, the bastards. So, very atmospheric tonight. There we go. There's the Wraggy. There's the bar in the Wraggy's garden. Look at that. Saddlers used to be known bargains. Yeah, they were decent. Decent. £900 bill for an immersion heater. It's not good, is it? We've got an MOT. We've got 2 MOTs, one in November, one in January. Did we pick a shit time of the year to have MOTs? One car might sail through, but my car, I think I'm going to struggle. And going to have some, if it comes to the cost where it's just too much to repair, then I might have to actually start borrowing my son's car. And yeah, he'll be happy. But he don't use it anyway, so it's not too big a deal. But can't imagine him wanting to put my stuff in there. Good evening. Cheap but surprisingly nice beer. I think there you have to look at supermarkets, don't you? Directly to supermarkets. Anything on the 4 for 6 in supermarkets is decent. And I think these days, Summer Lightning, Hugh, all day long for me. Although Exmoor Gold is nice. Just got a strike on my YouTube channel. Not allowed to comment anymore. Oh, wow. Why is that then? I've never seen you comment bad. God, if anybody comments bad, it's me. That's really dodgy, Thomas. Looks like the rain's calmed down a bit again there. Oh dear. 1,700. Needed a new drivetrain. My Skoda, literally 2 years ago, cost us 700 quid for a new drivetrain. Sounds as shit as hell now as well. McEwen's Champion for £1.49. Cheap beer, still decent, still relevant in this day and age. Winter Lightning. I've not seen Winter Lightning. Good evening, love to explore. Bavaria Blue Label bottle. I may have back in the day, Those dogging reviews, yeah, don't do dogging reviews. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do dogging reviews either, to be fair, but there you go. Going around with the camera, clocking people. Good evening, Martin. Amstel's not bad. Yeah, it is. It's better than Carling and Foster's, for definite. Much better. Summer Lightning, but brown. That's different. Yeah, I remember the Motorhead ones that I did. Yeah, I did try to review everything that came in, to be fair, at one stage. Boddington's years ago. was a decent beer, you know, smooth. Would you call it a bitter or an ale? But nowadays it seems lost in time. It's one of them beers you go back to now and again, just to sample a bit of the old days. Old Peculiar in bottle, yeah, stunning beer. 1698, Fuller's 1845, King Goblin, you know, Abbott Reserve, all absolute Adnam's Broadside, Old Tom, all absolutely amazing beers. Cheap Banks Bitter's not too bad. Yeah, Banks Bitter's not a bad beer, to be fair. Put that there, try not to spill it. Old Peculiar is decent. It's just the fact that these traditional beer makers can. I'm just trying to scroll back up. Now scroll too fast. Oh God. Going on to Stuntman Steve channels as its consequences. Wow, what's he done? What's he done then, Stevie? Someone complained to YouTube. Has he done something that someone's complained about? Boddington's, it's not a bad beer for somebody coming into the world of beer that isn't a fan of craft, but still. The Adnams broadside I had last week, Hugh, was not a good broadside. Worthington's Cream Flow, again, another beer similar to Boddington's, same as Caffrey's, same as John Smith's, really. Beers that are still here, but there's less of them. John Smith's surely can't be getting the sales it used to get back in the day. You know, at one stage it was a mega beer, but these days surely it can't be getting them sales anymore. Tetley's as well. I remember when I first worked at Sainsbury's, Tetley's, Caffrey's, Boddington's, John Smith's, Worthington's, all of it has dominated the canned market. Nowadays, most of them, bar John Smith's, it seems, have disappeared from supermarkets at least. Loving the old Falls Hammer, 6%, going down well, in the dark, in the rain.
Ouch! Come on! Go outside for 5 minutes. Go on.
And dogs in bad books. Samuel Smith had closed a load of pubs recently. Samuel Smith's makes some nice beers. Tetley's cask is completely different to the keg version. I've had some Tetley's recently, and that was quite nice on cask, to be fair. Blue Monkey's new coconut chocolate mild, yeah, that is a nice beer, and they've gone into doing cans now. So Blue Monkey will be doing collaborations with the likes of Vocation, a brewery, only because they're mates, and yeah, that will be coming soon. Yeah, you don't see Caffrey's a lot these days, Hugh. Yeah, he's pissed in the ass. You can definitely tell that. Yeah, she's not happy. Yeah, she's not happy at all. Yeah. He's kicked him out in the garden, cleaned his piss up. He has a drink and pisses. Yeah, I mean, Well, it is better than Billy making a mess. Yeah. Fucking hell. I've tried to be good recently. I've tried. Yeah. Can't win them all, can you? You know, we are what we are in life. Yeah, we have a drink and we forget the good side that we portray 99% of the time. This cask brewed on contract at Leeds Brewery. That's interesting. Carlsberg, flipping heck. Carlsberg, Marston's. Brilliant beers, poor management. I feel sounds like you. What, walking around? Talking. Oh, Geordie, if only we could get some of the Guinness that's made in America. Oh, to have a good side. If only we could get some of those Imperial Guinness beers that are made in America. There's an Imperial ginger stout that Guinness make over in the USA, and it sounds literally dreamy. And what we left here in the UK, flipping coffee cold brew, which isn't too bad as long as you don't pour it out warm, because then it's going to get messy. You know, you get more over yourself than in the glass. But Leeds Brewery, what beers do they make, out of curiosity? Because I do know them. I have heard of Leeds Brewery. Leeds Pale. I'm sure I've had some from Leeds Brewery before. Be it before I did beer reviews even, maybe. You've heard of the ginger stout too? Yeah, it came across on a feed last year sometime, and it was bloody amazing. A green chili Guinness toast collab to do over the weekend. Ooh. You can get some of the US guests on the Open Gate Taproom in Dublin. My mate has obviously been and done that because he went to Dublin the other week. Went to their tap room. Still can't find coffee cold brew. Wow, that's surprising, Thomas. Make sure you fight back against whatever they've done to your account. Yeah. Coffee brew Guinness, it was okay. For something for the mass, for craft beer drinkers, it's nothing new. For Guinness drinkers that don't go anywhere else but Guinness, it's something new. It's something interesting, I would say. Pissing in the wardrobe. Yeah. Yeah. These things happen, mate. I won't go any further than that. Right, Leeds Best I've definitely had. Yorkshire Gold I've definitely had. Yeah. I don't remember Midnight Bell, but I do remember the other two. It's a UK exclusive and not for Republic of Ireland. Yeah, that's daft, isn't it? Yeah, that's strange. So, definitely been nice to get back on the lives today. This is what I've missed. I've missed that bit of interaction. You know, when you work on your own all day and not chatting to people, you swallow yourself in. And I think this is what the beer community is. It's at its best when everyone's chatting, jumping on people's streams, chatting beer, as you do. And hey, I'm back. Where'd you go? And hey, I disappeared for a second. Cheers, mate. And I've kind of backtracked away from the community for a while. I could see myself being in a hole and not being able to get out of it. It's a strange feeling. Not the fact that my life's shit. It's just obviously stuff that goes off in your head. And, you pull yourself away for whatever reason. And, daft. 1664 all day long over Stella. Yeah. Bit of Kronenberg. Yeah. You know, interactions, key. I mean, when I was working with other people, I was pissed off because they were crap workers. So I wanted to be away from them. And then you get away from working with people. You work on your own. And even though you love what you do, just that bit of decent chat, bit of decent interaction, what you don't get unless you go to a pub in a lot of ways with good friends. Banter, you know, they can say what they like about banter, but a bit of friendly banter, as long as you're not calling the world and being a racist and all them other things, you know, it's all good. It's what makes the world a better place. Yeah, exactly. You just actually just said exactly. I'm not on any anxiety medication. Should be, but I'm not. And partly because I don't like some of the after effects, you know. And I'm not going into the after effects, but Kronenberg Blanc. I'm sure I've had Kronenberg Blanc before. Sure, I have. Again, whether I've reviewed it or not, that's another thing. But I've come across that in the UK. It's definitely been in the UK before. Cheers, Thomas. Yeah, you know, bit of interaction, a laugh. You know, there's nothing better than having a laugh because it gets rid of shit. And sometimes that ability to talk and just, you know, let your hair down. Look, I've got any fucking hair to let down these days. You're right, Mark. You're definitely right. Citalopram. Yeah, I've had that before you. First time I used it, it was okay. But I did, uh, for everybody, it's different. I did like fall into a shadow of myself. And the second time I used it, no effect whatsoever. I used one, sertraline, and I used that. And one day I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I feels like I'm having an heart attack. I couldn't breathe. I had to pull over. Literally couldn't fucking breathe. And I was having a full-on panic attack without knowing I was having a panic attack. And really, really scary. Viagra kept me up. I don't need Viagra. Yeah. I need un-Viagra. Hey, fucking hell. Hope no one's listening in the background. As you do. But yeah, I've definitely seen it, Geordie. Kronenberg Blanc. In fact, at one stage in supermarkets, we had two versions of Kronenberg. Yeah, we definitely had two versions of Kronenberg in supermarkets. That must be where I've seen it. Must be. Yeah, sertraline, not good. Not good for me. You've got to have a laugh, haven't you? Hey, although, what's life about? I'll have a laugh when I go back in the minute the wife gives me a bollocking. Yeah, it was definitely in the UK. Grinder. What the hell's Grinder? I ain't got a clue what Grinder is. I think this year, matey, with regarding to there we go. I've actually clicked on one. I do apologise for not clicking on other people's, but this is a relevant thing. I see a lot of pubs, a lot of businesses going to the wall. What the fuck's Grinder? I've heard of Tinder. Not that I've been on it, but I've heard of it. Faster Rocks, spiced rum flavoured lager. Foster Rocks. I remember when Carling were bringing out the flavoured lagers. Kinda, yeah. Is it a gay version of Tinder or something? I don't know. Right, I thought it might be, yeah. So yeah, Foster's bought out like a Radler back in 2015 as well. Dead Crow bourbon beer. Dead Crow was all right. Yeah, I do remember that, to be fair. Whole week. Is it for churchgoers? Yeah, sounds like it's a church thing. Yeah, I'll stick to the ladies as well. Problem is, I'd forget about 10 minutes after the feed, and then I'd remember it next time somebody brought it up, and then I'd forget literally 10 minutes after I'd done a beer review. So these things happen. I have actually got garden lights, to be fair, and there's one at the side of me here, but the bulb's gone, and it needs turning on as well, which it isn't turned on. But I need to put some. I need to put some good strength LEDs, some good strength LED bulbs in them, to be fair. So let me neck this. Bit more to drink, so I'll stop on till 10, and I'm sure there's other beer reviewers out there doing their thing, and it's great to see people out and about. You know, obviously the winter months are coming, and yeah, it's going to get interesting. Luckily, I've got a son who's on plenty of money, so he'll have to just pay more for his board, and he don't pay anything there, so he'll pay more. What happens is the UK beer industry is controlled, spirits and beer industry is controlled by so many, and distributors and that can kill a brand off so easy. You know, money, favoritism, all these things come into effect. Diageo is a massive player in the UK beer and spirits industry, and Carlsberg being another. And what happens is they'll just dump brands. Same with food. They dump brands and they highlight another brand until they fall out with that brand, and they'll dump that brand for no reason. I've not seen Harry for a long while. I've not seen anybody for a long while, to be fair. Yeah, Robin Hood in the evening, mate. I'd have a jacket on. Yeah. October. Remember, it's the middle of October. So, I mean, we went down in the daytime. It was lovely. But I had a cardie for the evening. And it's going to be bigger this year. Going to be a lot more brewery bars. We've got a crowd coming down in the evening. So there'll be plenty of people there to chat to be a big part of a group, and lovely people who all like their beer. It's going to be a good laugh. And, you know, sometimes it's nice because if there's more people, you're chatting a bit more and you're not getting yourself too drunk. And, you know, which sometimes can be a bit of a problem, getting too drunk. Anxiety is awful, Thomas. You know, it's something that I wish I didn't get. For those who don't know what it is, it's such an invisible bastard of a disease, you know, that's in your head. Well, not a disease, but you know what I mean. Good to see how he's got a lady though. You know, it is good. I'm glad for him. Paul's Beer Reviews is coming to Nottingham. Oh, rightio. That'll be interesting. What, on the Friday? That would be interesting. And obviously Crummy Beard, he's Nottingham as well. Our college lecturer. Yes. And he's from Nottingham. I presume he's a college lecturer. I know where he lives, obviously. And then we've got Craft Beer Basic, Mr. Neon Raptor, Taproom manager. And then we've got Red Dog, who some of his beers are going to be at the beer festival. He's meeting with Crummy. Rightio. That'll be interesting. Castle Rock Core Beer. They're matey. When it's at its finest, Harvest Pale is one of the best beers in the country. It's a blonde beer, but it's one of the best in the country. But out of the beers, for me, Screech Owl, it's just slightly nips it. But Harvest Pale is, you can see why it was champion beer Britain. Castle Rock do need to try and win, try and push beers out to win that. They've been a bit thing lately. Good evening, Craig. How are you, matey? And yeah, it's been good chatting to everyone. Still got a beer. Obviously, I'm not in the beer room for obvious reasons. I broke my phone. Phone smells like it's going to burn. So yeah, in the darkness on the decking. Yeah. Grey hair standing out, of course. Luckily, it's not raining. It stopped raining again. Dogs walking around. You can hear the dog in the background. And I hope I haven't clashed with anybody's live streams tonight. I hate clashing with live streams. I always try and look before I go on. Tonight I didn't look, to be fair. I was in the pub and I thought, right, we'll do it 8:30. And while I'm in this mood to do live streams and live beer reviews, I thought, let's crack on, let's do it. Part of my getting back into it again. Your grey hair is majestic and beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. In the mirror, in my bathroom mirror, it looks bang on. In every other mirror, fucking looks like an old bastard. I had Green King IPA, mate. Shit. What shit. It was on cask, so yeah, but it was shit. Good evening, Mark. Oh, I'll be back more often. Yeah, Robin Hood Beer Festival's coming up, and I need to let the locals know that there's a Wraggy in town. There's a sheriff. Yeah, Sheriff Wraggy. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? But I've been too quiet for the last, I don't know, so many months. God knows how many months. And need to be a bit more vocal and be a bit more there. I see the good work that some of the beer reviewers are doing in the community, and looking around all the beer reviewers, whether I personally don't agree with them or not, there's a lot of good work being done by beer reviewers out there and making us known to the beer community on a whole. Whether you're popular, whether you class yourself as popular or not. And for me, getting back out there, pushing the good word of what we do is I think is a good thing. We the online beer community does a lot of good stuff. During COVID, we were the only people doing anything. I mean, you know, for them, a year and a half near enough. Whilst the beer world was silent, we were there. There was no camera or any of these other things. Harvest Pale, yeah. Harvest Pale Fresh is an amazing. But Screech Owl also. Right. Unfortunately, better go in and see the wife or they get a bollocking, although she's still doing cakes, bless her. You know, it's, what is it? Just gone 10 o'clock on a Friday night, and it's our grandson's birthday today. And she's still doing cakey stuff. She's been doing it all day long. And the things you do for a hobby. But you know, she likes what she does for the most part, at least. But you know, this winter she's going to need to learn how to charge more, because we can't be using our electricity to make cakes for other people and losing money on it. Off to wash your beard. Hey, bless you. Which beard? But in any case, I've drank some amazing lager tonight. Force Hammer, Bulldog Brews, absolutely spot on. And I've been in the company of some amazing people all through today. I've seen what the beer community is all about, and it's been both refreshing, invigorating, and it's what I needed to do. Safe in the garden, yeah, damn right. Yeah, dog's already pissed off. That's why the dog's on the decking walking around, as you can hear his clawing. Yeah, that, and so yeah, and she'll be watching some shit on TV anyway. Yeah, so I'll not be able to watch anything I want to watch. It'll be some wedding program or something like that, you know, or probably bloody Emmerdale or Corro. Yeah, I absolutely love Emmerdale and Corro. Yeah, really do. Good evening, Brad. She needs to, Thomas. She needs to. You know, there's a thing where you're doing cakes for people, but it can't be at the detriment of your own living. Possibly Sunday, mate. Yeah, these will become more going forward. I think certainly more regular, and certainly more live beer reviews, and that. I kind of fell off the YouTube radar, I think, and I need to let people know that I'm out there. And but it's also good, you know. It's lovely when you hear people saying nice things, and but it's also good for me as well. So you know, it's not good working on your own all day long at work, which is why I do random bloody videos of gardening, because I'm bored. I'm not bored of work, but it's like a way of branching out, reaching out, and seeing the world. So by doing what I'm doing, it's yeah, you know, it gets you out there, sort of thing. It's weird, yeah. And when I'm at work, obviously I can't bloody drink either. So you know, it's like coffees with Wraggy, because yeah, silly decisions. Yeah, I'm full of silly decisions at times. Yeah. Yeah, working on your own all day, you know, fucking hell. My brain goes through so much in one day, and yeah, keeps the old brain ticking, I suppose. But yeah, it's not good for anxiety, you know. You think too much. OnlyFans page. I didn't even know what OnlyFans was till about a year ago, and keep seeing these comments. What the fuck is OnlyFans? And you know, yeah. And I still haven't been on the website, but I know what it's about. That's for sure. But yeah, in any case, thank you all for being on tonight. 10 past 10, or 5 past 10 rather. Better knock off. Thank you all for joining in, and thank you for commenting. Truly humbled. and we'll see you again soon. And yeah, even though I had to do it in the dark underneath a gazebo. Cheers all. Oh, and better click on the actual thing. I've not got a posh touchscreen. Cheers.